Tomas Pačėsas ko gero buvo pirmasis lietuvis, su kuriuo Danieliui Ewingui teko išsamei susipažinti. 2008–2011 metais amerikietis žaidėjas kartu su treneriu Pačėsu kūrė pergalingą Sopoto Seko Prokom komandos istoriją ir 3 kartus tapo Lenkijos čempionu, bei pasiekė didžiausią šio šalies klubinio krepšinio pergalę. 2010 metais Seko Prokom nužygiavo iki Eurolygos ketvirtfinalio, kuriame 1-3 nusileido Pirėjo Olimpiakos komandai. Ewingas dar metus pažaidė Lenkijoje ir būtent trečiaisiais savo karjeros šioje šalyje metais žaidė geriausią krepšinį karjeroje, per Eurolygos rungtynes pelnydamas beveik po 13 taškų ir atlikdamas po 3,5 rezultatyvaus perdavimo. Dabar amerikietis gina Klaipėdos Neptūno garbę, tačiau su malonumu prisimena metus Lenkijoje ir be abejo emocingai Tomą Pačėsą.
I think we had a pretty good relationship, you know what I'm saying? He understood what type of player I was. I understood what type of coach he was, and we didn't, you know what I'm saying, we didn't push each other past, past those boundaries. But we had some great years there, in Poland. Going to the final 8 of EuroLeague, winning all the Polish, we won the Polish league all those years, and just being able to play well in the EuroLeague all those years. It was a good experience for me.
Ewingas sako pernelyg nekreipęs dėmesio į trenerio Pačėso emocijas, nes yra matęs ir piktesnių strategų.
His emotions can get the best of him sometimes. Like I've seen certain situations while I was there, and you had people trying to tell him like, hey man, you can't act like this, as a coach on the sideline, you know what I'm saying? And so I think he's worked on it. He worked on it, while I was there. He worked on it, and he was just, ambitious he was an ambitious coach. He wanted his team to play well. He wanted to be considered a good coach. And like I said, I think sometimes that ambition and those emotions got the best of him. I've seen worse. What he did sometimes crossed the line. Like I said, when you put your hands on your players or your coaches, like that's crossing the line. But Coach K is probably far tougher than Thomas Pačėsas was ever. Yeah, like. He's a he looks nice and all well mannered during the games on TV, but in those huddle and in the locker room, yeah, he's a tough coach to play for.
Ewingas savo kelią į profesionalų krepšinį pradėjo būtent pas trenerį Maiką Kšiševskį, kurio treniruojama žaidė Duke universitete 2001–2005 metais. Po 4 studijų metų Ewingas 2005 išgirdo savo pavardę NBA naujokų biržoje. Jį 32 šaukimu pasirinko Los Andželo Clippers. Ewingui iki šiol tai viena maloniausių akimirkų gyvenime.
One of the best days of my life. Dreaming as a kid, you grow up dreaming, you playing basketball, you dream of playing in the NBA. So to fulfill that dream, it was like, I really can't put it into words, but it was a great day. I was blessed to be able to experience the NBA and play there and accomplish a goal and a dream. Not too many people can say that they played in the NBA. So it's a very honorary moment for me. When I got the phone call from my agent, telling me like, hey, you're coming up next, so. It was special. I had, being surrounded by family and friends, it was a special moment. It was a relief, but at the same time, like, okay, yeah, I'm there. I got picked, and so after that, it was about getting the business. Getting to the team and getting acclimated and experience the NBA.
Karjera NBA Ewingui nesusiklostė taip, kaip jis tikėjosi. Per 2 Clippers komandoje praleistus metus jis buvo tik atsarginis ir negaudavo daug progų pasireikšti. Tačiau žaidimas stipriausioje pasaulio krepšinio lygoje padėjo Ewingui įgyti reikiamos patirties ir susirasti bičiulių visam gyvenimui.
Big guy, a big influence. One of my friends still to this day is Sam Cassell, who I played with for those 2 years there. A veteran guy who won championships, with my hometown team, the Houston Rockets, who, so obviously I knew who he was. I had looked, I've been watching him play since I was a kid. And he one of the guys that took me under his wing and kind of showed me the ropes and how to be professional and how to take care of myself. And he kept me on my toes. He kept me in line. So I appreciate his mentorship and his friendship. But like I said, I had a lot of guys that helped me along the way. We had a great we had a great team. guys like Tino Mobley. You know, also, we had a veteran team, so you know we had guys that showed me the way and how to do things, and made it easy for me those first couple of years. But the Clippers wasn't the right situation for me for what the type of player that I needed to become, and so unfortunately that's how that played out. But you know, unless the 10% of the guys that come to the NBA and that's a superstar. You know, like I said, the other 90% of the NBA players are role players. And for those role players, unless you're in that right situation, you're not going to look your best or be at your best, you know. So, that is what it is. That's the nature of the game. And so, unfortunately for me, that's how that situation played out.
Iš Los Andželo Ewingas persikėlė į Maskvą, kur gynė Chimki garbę. Po to žaidė Lenkijoje, Ukrainoje, Turkijoje, Prancūzijoje, kol šią vasarą atsidūrė Klaipėdos Neptūno komandoje. Šią ekipą Ewingas trečiadienį padėjo pasiekti antrą Europos taurės etapą, o pats pasižymėjo ir rezultatyviu žaidimu, ir emocijomis. Kai ketvirto kėlinio pabaigoje Ewingas rezultatyviai asistavo komandos draugui Jerai Grantui, žiūrovams jis pademonstravo štai tokį gestą. Ką tai reiškia?
What? Oh, this? Yeah. I mean, it was a big play. Like we needed that basket. If they had got to stop the game, the game would have been a different situation. So it was a big play for us.
So what does that mean?
It was over. The game was over at that point. And, we got the and one. He made the free throws. The game was over at that point.
Visgi aikštėje Ewingą dažniau pamatysime dėkojantį Dievui, nei gąsdinantį varžovus piktais gestais. Krepšininkas pripažįsta, kad tikėjimas jo gyvenime turi didelę reikšmę.
Definitely, I grew up as a Christian. And, what I do in the game is also giving thanks and as a remembrance to my mother who passed, a couple of years ago. So that's what that's all about. I like to think that I'm a spiritual man and, I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. And so, giving thanks and also, just letting my mom know that, she's in my heart all the time.
Ewingas mamos neteko prieš porą metų ir dėl sveikatos problemų ji neturėjo galimybių gyvai pamatyti sūnaus žaidžiančio Europoje. Tačiau tokia proga šiemet pagaliau atsirado Ewingo tėčiui, kuris lapkričio pabaigoje beveik porą savaičių praleido Klaipėdoje. Ewingas džiaugiasi ne tik tėčio draugija, bet ir jo ruošiamais patiekalais.
He's definitely the best chef in our family. One of the best. I have a brother who can cook pretty well, but my dad, everybody likes his food. I'm mostly enjoying. I try to cook every now and then, just not to eat out all the time. It's something simple. But I would love to learn how to cook really good, but with 2 practices a day and, traveling, I don't have the time, man.
Vytautas Mikaitis, Jonas Miklovas, Basket News LT.